Oh, hello.
Welcome to So Rude.
So rude. I totally missed the beginning of that there, but hey.
Starring Sebb Argo
and DionYorkie. Hello.
Woo! Woo!
We're back again. Sebb has been away from me for a hot minute.
I have been away. I had to go into a retreat. A yoga retreat.
Oh, tell me more. Tell me more.
I'm kidding. No, I was in Colombia.
Colombia don't. Well,
yeah, more like Colombia don't. It was amazing.
He came back a little busted.
I came back busted.
He had a good time.
You know how like people go to Turkey to get plastic surgery and come back like with all the bandages and things like that?
And he won.
That was me
That was you.
coming back, but without any surgery. I just had bandages everywhere. I was sick, dying. And
you literally couldn't talk.
Yeah.
And I was concerned because I was like, tell me, like, have you been doing hard drugs every day? Like, why do you sound like you've been living in the sewers?
All I did was aguardiente every day. If you know what it is, aguardiente.
What is that?
It translates to boiling water.
Okay, I was gonna say it's definitely like water of something.
Yeah, it's like what's more than boiling? Scalding.
Ooh, scalding.
It's scalding water, but it's like this type of alcohol. I think it's from Colombia, but I don't know. At first, I was very scared. I'm like, I'm scared. I can't take the shot. But like after a while, I was just like drinking it like it was holy water, which was probably a bad idea.
What I was saying to Seth today, I'm like, we need to like. When we party, like, have a couple shots, but we always go ham.
Yeah.
It's like balls to the wall, we take all the shots, and then before you know it, you don't, that's the thing, we're the type of people, we're blacked out, but we still think we're not.
Yeah, we're like, oh, should we do more shots? Yeah.
Everyone's fun. Guys, I feel like we haven't drank enough.
Yeah, but like, listen, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Sue me.
Sue Ann.
Sue Ann. I do have a couple story times for you.
Okay. Tell us.
Today.
Tell the people. Because I was really just here in my lonesome. Mocha and I were cuddling every day. Because, like, I stay productive, but I'm, like, in a snow globe. Because the day Seb left, we had snowstorm.
Yeah.
Next day, snowstorm. My friends were trying to visit me. They had to visit me, like, a day late. Because the snowstorms. So, watching you on the beach, it was, like, it had to take a lot for me to, like, just be happy for you.
It was very therapeutic. I was like, I kept sending you videos and they were like...
Oh, yeah, I love that.
And then my friends would be like, oh, it's not even a cute part. And I'm like, I know, I'm showing him the weather because he's going to be jealous.
I know. No, you on the beach, like, reading a book. I'm like, ugh, like, why didn't I go?
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't. Like, I got a lot of work done. But
you were
I
missed.
also, yeah, I wish I went. I missed everyone. And, you know, it would have been nice. I love a good wedding.
I know.
I would have gotten all emotional, but
you
had to cry without
me.
How
crying
was it?
in the club. Wait.
How was it being a single gal in the club?
Being the single gal was amazing. No, the first night, my first story time was, I called you about this, but I feel like I was very, like...
Oh, yeah.
I was very drunk when I called Dion about it, so I was very, like, nonchalant.
You would also leave me, like, when we were long distance, we would always do texting, I feel. This time we were doing a lot of random voice notes. And we were like, so, this is what happened. And I'm like, I had to, like, listen to it twice, because I'm like, what did he just say?
Because that was not in the mood to tie episode, which was like, oh, my voice was like, ah.
And I was, like, listening to a lot of podcasts while you were gone. So I felt like you were a podcast I was listening to. It was getting really confusing.
No, the first day we were, like, in Cartagena, downtown, Colombia.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Very cute, very Encanto vibes.
Oh my god, I live.
I know. And then we went out to a club, and then mind you, I was like, I got this little sanitizer. I was sanitizing my hands all the time, being careful, being the COVID safety queen that I am today, that you brought me to.
That I made you. Literally. I don't know if I made you or like you.
And then I think you did make me.
No, on that note, we were going out to the clubs. Like, Saturday night was your white party night. Like, we all wore the white shirts, right? And then that night, went to a club as well. And we get in the Uber, and we're like 10 minutes away from leaving my place. And then I realized I didn't have sanitizer and stuff. I literally, like, had a full... I grabbed Liv, and I'm like, no, like, I can't go to the club without sanitizer.
Oh my god, Dion, please.
and Olivia was like, Dion, calm down. I have some here. And I was like, okay. With the sanitizer, y'all, I have developed a bit of OCD, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we came back from the clubs. Like our Airbnb was like right by the clubs, like literally on top of it.
Gorgeous
So
girls.
we're walking towards it, and then
That's the best when you can like you showed me the photo how you could see the club.
I know you can literally just like look down and be like, okay, it's popping. We were
Because
like,
even when you leave the club, you still like you're in the environment.
yeah, we were like before going to the club, we were like, oh my god, guys, we have to call the Uber. That's a joke because it was like downstairs. But then we're coming back, and I'm having like a little water bottle because I was like I didn't want to go that crazy that day because it was the first day, so like we had a little water bottle, and then
Were you doing like alcohol water sip? Alcohol water sip?
No, I just had one with me at the end of the night. I don't know why. I didn't even drink it. But,
Not going that hard. Okay.
But then the cops come up to us and they're like, baggage check, baggage check.
Oh my god, you all are not ready for the story. When Seb first told me, I literally gagged because I could see him doing this.
I'm like, baggage check. I'm like, what? What? I'm trying to understand. And I'm like, this is water. I tell them because I thought they were telling me like, but I'm like, oh no, it's water. Don't worry. And they're like, no, baggage check. And they point to the girls' purses. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, girls, show them. So they show the cops their bags. And then they're like, okay. And I'm like, okay, thank you. And then they go, no, you two. They point at me and my friend's boyfriend. And they're
The
like,
guys.
yeah. And they're like, against the wall. We have to check you. And I'm like, huh? And then I see my friend's boyfriend do it. And I'm like, okay, I guess I have to do it too.
Yeah.
So me.
Were you wearing like a flamboyant outfit?
I was wearing a zebra shirt.
Okay.
With black pants.
No, because it's so annoying. Cops are so annoying around gay people. It really triggers me. Carry on.
Yeah, but I feel like I was like, because I feel like everyone in Colombia wears like...
You, the cop wasn't annoying in the situation. You were the annoying gay who stuck out your ass at the cop.
I haven't reached that part. So the cop says, turn against the wall. And I'm like, okay. So as a reflex, I go, turn around the back, and I go... And I pop my butt out. Like, my butt is pointing towards, like, I arched my back so much.
She arched.
And then he starts checking, and I'm like, oh, wait, why am I arching my back for a cup? This is not Dion. So I, like,
You're
immediately...
like, I'm limp for you.
Yeah, and then I immediately go, like, and I like, arch it the other way, and I'm like, oh, my God. Hopefully nobody notices. And then he grabs my pocket, and he's like, what's this? And I'm like, oh, that's my sanitizer. Do you guys want some? You're like, my pepper spray. And then I turn her, they leave, and I'm like, oh my God, y'all, I arched my back. And then my friend was like, yeah, we all saw. I was wondering why you arched your back.
So, like, as you were getting sussy for the cop, how long was it until you realized you were being sus?
A while. Like, it was like at least like 8 seconds of me arching my back for the cop. And I'm like...
I mean, typically it's about 8 seconds.
The thing is, I'm always like... Oh, like that's a joke with everyone. I'm always like, arrest me, officer, and things like that, and I arch my back. So,
but are you joking?
It was literally a reflex of me arching my back for a cop in Colombia. So, I mean, as when I realized I was arching my back, I was like, oh my God, he's gonna take me to prison.
Take me out to the ball game.
But maybe he liked it. I don't know.
I think he definitely probably was like shook because the typical like person you arrest doesn't stick their ass out at you, you know?
In my mind, I was like in a movie or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like you weren't processing that it was real life.
Yeah, no.
You were just living your fantasy.
Until I like felt the cop's hands and I was like, wait a second. So yeah, that was a crazy story. So then we got back to the Airbnb and I called Dion and I'm like telling Dion the story. And he's
I'm just
like,
looking for some of your cues.
Dion's like, what the fuck happened? Oh, and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I arched my back for a cop. It was a moment in time.
Gorge, where do I go to see my old stories from yesterday? This is live of Seb helping me. Okay. What? No. I'll post. Gotcha. So basically what we're gonna do, okay, you find this. Oh, we got it. Okay, so sus is like us. We are sus. Sus is us.
We are
Hi,
very
gay.
sus.
How you doing? Basically, we want to start answering some of your like gay fights questions because I know a lot of you want to hear that kind of thing. And we're gonna keep it just honest to our experience, and if we can help you, we can. And if we can't, we can't. You know what I'm saying, girl?
Don't like it, don't hear it.
Don't like it, don't hurt. So I'm just gonna scroll through some of your questions. Y'all can shoot us questions on the Patreon where you can access the full pod. And we might be splitting this into 2 podcasts. So Rude, where we just like talk about the gag of the girls, or kind of thing, Kiki, Kai. And then Sus would be like what? Like more advice.
Sus would be like
gay. Everything gay.
Sus.
Everything
yeah.
gay.
They'll always be on the Patreon, so...
Yeah. We'll do, I'll put like, I don't know, whatever smaller clips of the pod for both weekly up on my YouTube channel, and then to access full episodes, vote on polls relating to the pod, ask us advice questions, all that good stuff, and a lot more. You can check out the Patreon to get exclusive content. Okay. First thing I see here, and to literally put, I got my wiener stuck in the post box.
I would believe it, honestly.
I do believe it. So that's a great question from, you know, Queen ANTC Fitness over here. Okay. How did you know he was the one for you? We'll start simple while I find a good one.
Well, as soon as he said against the wall, I was like, I guess I have to arch my back for him. And that's when I knew he was the one.
And that's when it was love. You're talking about the cop?
Yeah.
Okay. I know, I've told you the same thing.
Yeah, that's why I arch my back, because you always say it against the wall. I mean, you don't say it.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Around. That's what I was telling people. It was a reflex. Anyways, how did I know Dion was the one?
Yeah, how did you know?
I think when I feel like I've said this before, but when I started seeing my future, when I started seeing both of our futures together.
No, I agree. That's super cute. And I think, how long would you say, you know? Like, if you were seeing ahead in time with someone, how long ahead should you be able to see with them? Like 6 months, a year, 5 years? Because some people can't envision 5 years from now. You know, they just can't do it. So if you meet someone you love, if they're like, oh, I would be with you, I'd be down to be with you in 6 months. That's a solid. Okay, this is working out.
Yeah, I feel like the thing is, I feel like you shouldn't be with someone if you don't envision a future.
True.
What's the point?
Well, that's if we're talking monogamous relationships. I feel like if we're talking a polyamorous relationship, it may be a little more complex than that.
Yeah, but if you're in a polyamorous relationship, if you're with someone,
you still want to be with them.
Yeah, I'm saying if it's not official, then okay, I get how it's not. You don't see a future, but if you're officially with someone, putting the label oh, I'm with you, or with yous,
for sure,
then you see a future.
Oh, such a romantic. On that note, how do you still have the magic? How do we keep the magic going?
Role play as cop.
Wrestling, doctor, teacher, student.
I think we just have open communication.
Yeah, check the short I posted yesterday. It'll tell you some hot tips.
And then, just whatever you want.
Yeah, be yourself. You know? If the person's gonna accept and love you, you might as well just be yourself.
Yeah.
Don't act like you're someone else for 5 years and then be like, oh, they don't even know I'm into whatever you're into. Oh, you're looking for the gays. Come this way.
But yeah, a lot of stories came.
It sounds like you had a great time, and it was about 5 days. So a lot of jam-packed moments that explain why you came back looking like a drowned, harassed rat.
Yeah, we all got diarrhea, so...
Seb comes back, I did all his laundry and everything. He was not okay.
No.
He was usually Seb's very up at 8 a.m. and you were sleeping.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Because I would go to bed at 3 and then wake up at 7.
Fun, fresh, cute.
Every day.
Every day. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, y'all, we're gonna have in the next podcast next week. This is using my crappy mic, but this beautiful mic here will be set up by next week. I promise. Now that Seb's back, and we're going. So if you want to check out the tiers over on our Patreon, it will be below. You can access the full podcast, and there's all these cute things. And then starting next week's episode, we will be saying the thank yous and everything, and shout outs to people who go and check out our Patreon and get the tiers. Love you all so much. Let us know what you think about the Sus podcast being a gay advice moment, and then So Rude being us just chatting kiki. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you next Friday.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Stay rude.
So rude.
Rude.
So rude.